Right, back here at Kilmore Racing Club, and I'm catching up with Ben Murphy again inside this amazing shed. Ben, hello.
Paul, great to see you again.
Great to be back here. Wow.
It's come together. It's nearly there.
It is super impressive. I wasn't sure what to expect. I only rang you, I was late afternoon. I said I was coming past, can I call in? And you said, yeah, it's nearly finished.
Yep.
And it is really coming together. You must be blown away, and I suppose the committee and everyone else behind must be rapt to be able to see it in the state that it's in now, all but finished.
Yeah, it seems to have gone really quickly for the club, I think. And then the last 2 weeks, it feels like it's gone really slow as we're nearly finished, and we've got to do all the little fiddly bits and those sorts of things. But we're incredibly proud and happy with how it's coming together, and we're really looking forward to getting back to racing.
The exterior of it looks sensational. It's not an eyesore. Sometimes big sheds can be eyesores. I don't think it's an eyesore on the community. Have you had much feedback from any of those?
No, I think a lot of the feedback has been really positive in the sense that the community's seen it go up, seen it get built. It is a long and large shed, but it's not it doesn't look too out of place. It looks like it belongs on a race course, and that was what we wanted to be. We didn't want it to be this giant building that overtook the landscape. We wanted it to be something that was befitting to a race course, and I think we've achieved that.
So user friendly in here. I've got a video. I was just walking around and I was stopping and starting initially. Hopefully right at the minute I've got the one that's just long. I just walked around and it's enormous, the size of it, but people have got so much room as well. That's the one thing, and I can see, I do standardbreds predominantly, but the thoroughbred guys would have to love the room. Safe to get away from bad horses. We would all love to say there's no such thing as a bad horse, but there's plenty of room to get past those. Nooks and crannies, I love that. Yep. People can find a spot where they want to be. Exactly. It's got a bit of feel about it already.
No, I think so, and I think what we've tried to do is give thoroughbred and harness trainers options. So we wanted it to be as user friendly as we could to provide the equipment and the infrastructure that allowed them to prepare their horse how they want to prepare it. Yep. So I think we've tried to take as much feedback as we can from both codes, and especially the harness code, to make sure that we considered the needs of trainers with sulkies, in sulkies, horses, how they wanted to prepare their horse, how they want to set up the tie-up stalls and things like that. So I think we've tried to make it as user-friendly as we can to give multiple options for trainers. And I think that was some of the real messaging that come through strongly in the planning phase was they wanted options, and hopefully we've achieved that.
It is the Kilmore Racing Club, and that's the one thing that you guys have really done so well. It is a racing shed, not a thoroughbred racing shed or not a standardbred racing shed. This is a racing shed. Your stalls, we spoke about them last time, seeing them here now. I reckon there's going to be so many harness people excited. I've got no doubt they're going to push the sulkies through to the back for just the first time just to do it. But there's plenty of room. If you want to turn them around, you can still do it. Yep. You're catering for both sides of it. And then the thoroughbred people, 2 tie-up spots, they can tie them back. They can tie them up the front. And I know there's plenty of horses don't like things right up their backside, so they've got those options anyway. There might be some horses backwards and forwards.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think what we didn't want to do was make the tie-ups longer and then pinch space in the thoroughfares to make it narrow so that multiple sulkies couldn't go through at the same time. So we have taken it seriously to say, well, let's make the tie-ups longer, give people options there, but also the thoroughfares are really wide and accommodating so that there is space. And I think what we didn't want to do was to go through this process of building a large barn and tie-up shed and then compromise on space. And I think at times that would have been easy for us to do, but I think we want to do this once and we want to do it properly. And we're really excited to get feedback from the participants when they do come and experience the barn and racing back at Kilmore, so that we can help make it even better.
And I encourage people on that, if you have a grizzle, just stop and have a think about it. Is it a grizzle for yourself, or is it a grizzle for the racing population? Because everyone looks at things through a certain horse they'll have, or needs and things along those lines. There's always ways you can work around it. Hot wash, horse wash, swab box, a veterinary swab box down the back, machinery shed over the side. We spoke about all those last time. A couple of little things I do want to point out. Trainers room, and I've got the video of that. You must be wrapped in that because it's trainers and strappers. It's not gourmet or anything like that. It's a spot that they can go sit down, especially they've got one in the first, one in the last. They can sit in there, I imagine watch a bit of TV. There's there'll be vending machines in that they can get out of trouble, but there's plenty in there as well that they can look after themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we wanted to accommodate strappers and trainers and people that are here with the horses to say and acknowledge that it's a really difficult day, and we go past on race day and they're sitting on upside down buckets and trying to grab 2 minutes just to grab a coffee or whatever it might be. So we wanted to really factor that into our thinking to say, what can we do that's a private space, that's not open to the public, that is for trainers, is for licensed people to go in and be able to sit down, grab a hot coffee, make some 2-minute noodles, grab a Coke from the vending machine or whatever it might be, and just, get to not relax, but just take, sit down and relax. And so it was really important that we built something like that, again, for participants to say, we acknowledge that at times, it can be a long day.
Yep.
And we wanted to make it a little bit easier for them.
I love that part. I love this parade ring. The camera's actually in it at the minute. When I saw it the first time, I was like, oh yeah, it will be big enough. It's massive. I think it's two of Bendigo's parade rings. So anyone wondering how far, and that the outside parade ring there, and this is only part of it. So when people see it, they say, oh, it should have been bigger or whatever. They can still go to the outside parade ring, which has always been the case. There's just going to be this added one of being able to stay in out of the elements, whether it's hot or cold. They can stay in here and go from there, and then venture outside. So and be able to present their horses to the public, which is something that's very, very key to keeping participation involvement.
Yeah, absolutely. I think part of our thinking was to create a parade ring that on a wet night or a really cold day, participants were able to exercise horses before they go out to race in a space that's big enough. If we have a really large field, is it big enough? Yeah, it's not for all the horses, but then to blend out into the mounting yard and then go onto the racetrack, and maybe limit the amount of time that you're out in the extreme conditions or cold conditions or whatever they might be. So again, it was about saying, what can we do to make it a more pleasant experience for participants? How can we make it better? And what's our role in that? And I think the parade ring does that, and it's a bit of a blank canvas at the moment. And again, we want to see, how do we best use this space? How do the participants want to use it? And how can we make it work best for them? And that's what we've committed to do. Yeah,
exactly. There's nothing in the middle. You're leaving that open, whether you put something in there eventually or you don't. It's one of those things. And you actually said there before too, the Show Society, they might want to put a heap of cars in here. So there is, again, when people are coming and whether they say, oh, you should have done this or you should have done that, just realise it's multi-use. Pony Club people are going to be here. Absolutely. Show Society is going to be here. That's what I love about it. It is a really, I think, well done to you guys and everyone else behind the scenes. Well built, well done to the builders, people that don't get a lot of pats on the back, if you like, but I think well done for the forthright thinking about it as to being able to multi-use this venue.
Yeah, look, I think that's a great point. I think, a really hearty congratulations to C&M Build Group, who are the builders. They've done a really remarkable job and worked really closely with us to understand the needs of the equine industry, but also the needs of Kilmore Racing Club.
Yep.
And they've been a really good partner to work with on this. And it wouldn't be possible without the support of, the Minister Carbines and the state government, the Allen State Government, who've supported this project to a large scale, and support of Harness Racing Victoria, Country Racing Victoria have been really outstanding.
Yep.
And we're really grateful for the support. But, we're getting really close and we're really, really excited. We've got little bits and pieces to go, just little things, but, we're really excited to get back into racing and let everyone experience the barn and provide some feedback.
The trainers and drivers' rooms, the drivers' rooms, not trainers' rooms, because that's over there.
Yep.
The drivers' rooms, ladies and males, are getting under construction. I'll have some video footage of those going over, plus a new stewards' room as well. There's been plenty happening. I think well done to you guys. 4th of July. Thursday, the 4th of July. I want to reiterate that, but it's Independence Day, but it will be here very quickly. But yourself and the girls, I hope they're all ready. I hope Ems and Christy are armed and ready to go.
Yeah, look, they're excited. They're excited for the return. Christy's up and about, so it's going to be really good. And the drivers' room is going to be a real enhancement for everyone as well. So the builders have got a bit of work to do there to get it done by the end of June, but they've promised me they'll get it done. But we're all ready to go, I reckon. Christy's ready to go, and
I should be happy. I got me hat, I got me beanie on too, and
the brand, so it's good to see.
Definitely did. Just a quick one, Benny. Every second Thursday, Kilmore will be racing. You wrapped about that?
Yeah, it's something we've been wanting to get to for a really long time. For 8 or 9 years, we've strived to have a consistent Thursday night program. We have a really great response from the community. I think it provides certainty for participants as well. I think we're in a really good location for a lot of participants to be able to access, within 60 or 80 minutes. So we end up with really strong racing as well. And it gives us the opportunity through the bistro to promote the sport of harness racing to new people.
Yep.
And that's what we need to do. We need to get more people involved and interested in harness racing. And we take that responsibility really seriously. And we think that that's our role, is to put on a good show on a Thursday night, get people into our bistro and get them to want to get involved in the sport and come down into the barn and meet the participants, because they're the most accommodating people and the most friendly people, and they get to experience the horses. And that's our job, is to try and link those two groups together better.
What does it mean for a business when you know when you're going to be racing? You can basically say to your staff, well, if you want to work in the harness world, it'll be every Thursday night. As a business person, not necessarily a harness lover or a thoroughbred lover or anything like that, does it give you some stability and make it easier for you to find staff and get the right staff? Yeah,
it does. I think any marketing campaign, and a really great person in racing, Darren Galley, who works at CRV, he just said it's persistency, and that consistency and persistency of Thursday night programming allows us to really run that home to participants and to our community, that if there's races here on Thursday, there'll be more races here in 2 Thursdays' time.
Yeah.
And it works, and that's our strategy, and that's our goal, is to just really hammer it to our local community that every second Thursday, regardless of what it is, there's harness racing here at Kilmore at night time.
Yep, and the alternative to those is at Ballarat. So, and we'll be able to do both of those. You never know, I might be able to rock back up here on a Thursday night too. We used to do that a bit, actually. We even had the girls even had their own segment. We might have to.
I reckon it lasted one session, and then
there was something called COVID come along, and they had to put a dampener on everything that did. So, but we might be able to have some fun. Ben, thank you very much, and everyone, the committee, everyone as well. Thank you very much for letting me have a good look through. Well done to you guys too. Hats off. I think it's awesome. So much bad or downturns, I suppose, with everyone in the industry. Everyone's downtrodden. I tell you what, when they come and see this, they're going to go, yep, right, let's go and keep it done. So well done to the Kilmore Racing Club. Look forward to being here on, I'll be here, Independence Day, 4th of July, with bells on, mate. So thank you.
Paul. Great to talk again.
Thanks, mate.